Welcome to Trains Around Scotland for July 2020. Wasting no more time, let's get right into the action. So on the first day of the month, it's a bit of Class 37 action to kick things off, with 37.610 on a route learner working OZ37, the 1732 Slateford depot to Brownhill UPL, seen here at Howwood. Then on the forfeits to Carlisle, where White Pendolinos were still kicking about in their plenties, with 391.29 being an example, working 1M11 the 1057 Glasgow Central to London Euston. Then the weather would take a turn for the worse soon after for 4M43, the every Saturday 1200 Grangemouth docks to Daventry, with the hired in 66.126. Then next was 4M30, the 1308 Grangemouth to Daventry with 66.014. Then finally on the wet day of the 14th, it's to Braidwood for 4S43, the 1337 Daventry to Mossend with 88.002 getting the honours. Then it's to the 7th at Hillington West for 6N47, the 1816 Prestwick to Grangemouth Aviation empties with 56.302. Then it's to the 9th for an Engineers Extravaganza at Howwood, with kicking things off being 6K29, Millerhill to Newton-On-Ayr with 78.06. Then was 6K30 Millerhill to Newton-On-Ayr with 66.041. Then the day after on the 10th, it's back to Howwood for all the returns of the Engineers. And the first one was 6k30, the 0929 Newton Junction to Millerhill with 66,301. Then was 6k29 Newton Junction to Millerhill with the return of 66,041. Then next game 6k28 Newton-On-Ayr to Millerhill with 70,806. Then with the usual rain beginning, this was 6k27 Newton-On-Ayr to Millerhill with 66,701. Then was 6k26, the 1850 Newton Junction to Millerhill with 66,623. Then finally to round off the weekend was 6k25 Newton Junction to Millerhill with a DRS 66,304 and a DB 66,070. Then it's to the 12th for a bit of steaming action for the Jacobite, which had a late start in the year due to COVID-19. So this is bowling working 5Z57, the 1337 Carlisle to Tom the Fair Depot with 62,555 Lord of the Isles and 45,407 Lancashire Fusilier. Then the day after, more Jacobite action with 5Z59, the 1223 Carnforth to Tom the Fair Depot with 37,518 leading LMS Stanier class 45,212 seen here at Coatbridge Central. Then on the 14th it's to Dunlop For definitely the weirdest move of the month, in the form of 5Q34, the 1248 Kilmarnock Bonnyton Depot to Sheilds TMD with 66623 and 334017, which is returned after striking a cow. Also note to see aggregate wagons being used as barriers. Well, if that was the weirdest move of the month, this is certainly the most hellfire move of the month, and maybe even the year. On the 17th, this is Greenfoot for OZ20, the 1020 Carlisle Kingmoor to Bonus Junction Exchange, with a very mega 37038, 2302, 2305, 37424 and 37403. Then on the 19th it's off to Cardonal for a couple of engineered trains. So first was 6K12, the 1151 Paisley Gilmer Street to Carlisle NY with 66537. Then next was 6K16, the 1806 Millerhill to Paisley Gilmer Street with 66514. Then next was 6K17, the 1823 Millerhill to Paisley with 66097. Then finally was 6K18, the 1920 Carlisle NY to Paisley with 66303 and 304. Then it's over to the ECML at Innerwick on the 27th to the 30th, and first was 6Echo36, the 1740 Millerhill to Doncaster Engineers train with 56090. By far the highlight of the year for the ECML north of the border was the remaining Class 91 diagrams to Edinburgh, and this was one such being 1F24, the 1957 London King's Cross to Edinburgh with 91127 and an unidentified 82. Now it's to the 28th in a rather interesting move in the form of 6Echo88, the 1006 Tees Yard to Mossend Down Yard with 66100 in a rake of log wagons. Then next was 1 Echo 13, the 11.51 Edinburgh to London King's Cross with 82.213 leading 91.107, absolutely screaming along. Then moving out to near Torness, and ironically enough, first was the Torness Flats themselves, under 6S43, the 10.07 Carlisle Kingmoor to Torness, with 68.33 and 004. Then came 4 Echo 96, the 11.05 Mossend to Tees Dock with 66.158. Then later that night came 1S17, the 16.47 London King's Cross to Edinburgh with 91.109 leading 82.208. Then moving down to the small town of Bournemouth for 6 Echo 36, the 18.18 Milerhill to Doncaster with 78.814. Then back to Torness later that night for 4 Echo 99, the 2012 Grangemouth to Tees Docks with 66.109. Another highlight was the cross-country class 43s, and here was one such, under 1S25, the 2045 Plymouth to Edinburgh with 43.366 and 303. Then into the 30th and its first to Bilsdean for 6S45, the 11.11 North Blyth to Fort William Alcan tanks with 66.741. Then came 6S31, the 11.31 Doncaster to Milerhill with 78.814 and all of 3 coalfish. Then later on came a visit from the 950 under 2Q12, the 13.12 Derby RTC to Slateford Depot with 950.11. And then finally to round out the month was 6 Echo 36, the 1741 Millerhill to Doncaster with 78.814.